Shadows on the mountainside, heartbeat racing with the midnight lights. Every step through the fire and snow, we were built for the climb. Now we know. Cold wind the clouds, never coming down. This is the summit encore. We've been waiting for, higher than we've ever been before. Light the stars, ignite the roar. This is the summit encore. We climb, we soar. Summit encore. Summit encore. City lights fading far below. Now the whole world glows in gold. Every scar turned into sparks. We found heaven inside the dark. No looking back tonight, with satellites in flight. Feel the bass inside your soul. Now lose control. And when the silence breaks, we rise with the sound. Echoes in the clouds, never coming down. This is the summit encore. We've been waiting for, higher than we've ever been before. Light the stars, ignite the roar. This is the summit One last climb, one last fire. Hands to the sky, taking us higher. This is the summit encore. Forever wanting more. Standing where the earth meets the storm. We are
Rush. Still waiting for a few people to get on into the matchup here today. We'll at least do a full-on analysis here until Senpai is able to go ahead and get himself into the matchup. Well, we can hear you all right on our side.
There we go.
I wish I could say it was as easy as turning it off and turning it back on again, but we all know how OBS works. At least those of us that use it.
Yeah, OBS decided to disconnect the mic device, so I had to reconnect it.
Gotta love it when it does that right before a matchup, right when you're set to stream. Very frustrating.
You're telling me.
But yes, we are co-casting together to invite you to go ahead, if you don't have it already, pull up Senpai's stream, pull up my stream. Feel free to mute my stream so that you hear Senpai a little bit better off of his, and I can be an annoying voice in the background on that one. But we are both casting our perspectives of the matchup, or having a co-chat here together so that we can provide the same commentary for both sides. Give you guys as much of the action as possible. So Senpai, I believe, is live streaming to Twitch. I'm on YouTube. Both links should be in the Summit Discord, where you can find us and get those live streams here once you guys are able to join in.
All right. Yep.
Now, Senpai has a little bit of an ability here over me. He gets to dive in a little bit more to the armor play. So it'll be interesting to hear his commentary on all of that and how he thinks all of that's going to go about. Do you feel like you can hold up that side of the bargain there for us, Senpai?
I'm sorry. Could you said what now?
So you come in with an armor expertise where I have not spent as much time in an iron coffin. So you're going to be able to provide us with probably a better perspective on armor than what our previous viewers on the Night Falcon side of things have been able to experience. Do you think you can do that for us?
Oh, for sure.
Good. All right. Well, as we're waiting for everybody to load in here, I'm still finishing up some lunch on my side. Had to get some interns, some stuff. But with that, we're flipping. All right.
See, I don't know if you did it already, but I'm going to go ahead and just go over the rule set as we're loading in, waiting for the match the wall to drop here.
Go ahead and do it.
For today, or for Summit, the rule sets are it's pretty similar to what it's always been, with a few minor changes. Static Artie is unkillable. Artie must be built in one of the 3 default positions in middle HQ. There's only one SPA allowed per team. If a second one is spawned in, they must drive it out of bounds, so that way it is inoperable. Panther is now playable in this summit compared to the last few summits. It is so now the Germans can get both the Tiger and the Panther up, as well as normally indestructible nodes. No nodes will be destroyed, allowing both team commanders to get their resources back at max capacity.
Alrighty, sounds good to me. Thank you, Senpai, for a quick little rundown for us there. So let's talk a little bit about the checkpoint point that we will be fighting over today. So overall, what do you think, Senpai, of this point in particular on SME?
This point specifically is very heavily armor focused. I know with it being in the south and the whole south side being complete open fields, both teams are going to be trying to utilize the control of these open fields, as it gives them complete sight lines further back to each side. We'll most likely see allies armor getting up into the wheat field south of Hardcap here, looking into hardcap, looking towards the west as they can get some pretty gnarly sight lines here, as well as the Axis armor probably sitting on the hedges southwest of hardcap here as they or potentially pushing up to the road itself on those hedges as they can see pretty far back into the next sector.
Awesome. So as far as it looks like, 70R is bringing out a few different tanks. We got, it doesn't look like they've spawned anything additional in. We've got the medium, the light, and the recons coming out. 101A appears to be running with, let's see, it looks like the default as well. No additional spawn tanks. Oh, wait, yeah,
they have a
well,
Lux.
At the top.
Yep, they have a. They're opening up
Lux
with 5 tanks.
5 tank opener here for 101A.
Oh, 5 tanks and a spa.
This will be exciting here. Let's see how the AT play here for 70R might be able to come in and handle those tanks. Shots going off already right off the bat here. Not seeing any giant major flashes of fire down the lane, so nothing hitting unfortunately for the 70R snipe. Still sending out some additional rounds though. However, we are well past that point as rockets begin to fly here for 101A. So a little bit behind the pace there. Rockets landing just a little bit late here for 101A.
Looks like we had no snipes connect off rip. Looks to be...
There we have a hit.
Ooh.
I think it was under me, though. Let's see. Did we get a hit onto one of the tanks by chance in the south?
Some transport truck got hit, but looks like 70R is opting to overload the south here.
Yeah, definitely going with a strong southern push here. I'd say the big play normally is to go to the north, but hey, maybe they found something in their scouting reports of 101A that told them that they might be looking to go a little farther south. 70R looking to go straight up the hard cap as well, so a good presence here on the eastern side of the road here for 70R as they start to make the cap tilt in their favor. Looks like Puma got taken out behind the point.
Curious to see how this game progresses as both teams utilize armor pretty heavily, especially on this point.
This major push in from the north side, the edge of the 101A line got farther north than 70R got. Looks to be pressing on into the hard cap from the north. Could be causing some problems here as they start to be able to get some crossfire onto some of these 70R attackers. Lux continuing to pound into the middle of hard cap. Everybody appears to be well protected inside of houses and other buildings. Salt Dog Bjork taking out one of the starting stewards, I believe. Or 70R. Just off the backside of hard cap. Axis forces really making a strong play here into the north. Could potentially leave 70R with a big gap into the north to try to close off on Cemetery. I think they're able to continue wrapping around in the north. It could be a little bit of a detrimental impact there. So 70R really got to dig in their heels here and really get on top of this cap, which still is ticking out of their favor.
Looks like 70R did lose their opening medium already.
Oh, down there in the south? Yeah, looks like it is.
Lux diving to South Wheatfield, looking to pop as many OPs as he can, is going to get one. A has a Puma in the back line, looking to pop Gary's here.
Looks like A squad is all up there. A and B squad's ready to go. Potential Garrison to play right off the rip here, right in front of Checkpoint. No doubt learning from the 22nd match against 70R of how to go ahead and get on top of this point very quickly before 70R is able to go ahead and get themselves back into it. Big spawn wave off the Eastern Garrison with a number of 70R players coming on in does cause a little bit of cap pressure to be stalled for a moment, but 101A still able to manage to push through, nearing about 60% of the way capped. Major Crump trying to do what he can to hold the third story here as Priz starts moving on up, but is taken out by an enemy already.
Looks like that Lux in the backlines is going to get taken out here by the medium.
It's trying to do everything it can to survive back there, that is for sure. But it looks like finally going up into flames there on the southern edge of the map.
70R opting at the beginning of the match to abandon the recon tank and only push out with that opening medium and light. Trying to get both armor crews back up into the point again. 101A looks like they are going to secure this cap here.
Was it abandoned or did it get stuck in somewhere? It does look like it was just simply abandoned. Yeah, that's too bad. Cap there going 101's direction with immediate cap pressure already on Cemetery. B squad throwing people into the point. And I bet 70R feels a little bit of deja vu coming on right here as they are having a fight over this dreaded point of Cemetery. Garrison up on the front door yet for 101A. The B squad's OP definitely lurking very close.
Oh, Garrison just went up on the front door right on that B squad outpost, as well as their Garrison behind Cemetery is getting locked out and getting taken down as we speak.
Oh boy, M squad coming up clutch here.
101A with a huge play there knocks out the Garrison for Cemetery, forcing 70R to run several hundred meters back to point.
With Commander Trench already driving an empty supply truck here into the point, trying to assist his guys with the cap pressure. We got 4 guys in the middle of the hard cap, and 70R is really left scrambling right here at the moment. Prada falling victim to Corporal Vergid or Higgs. Not quite sure who got the kill there. One of them did, and that's the important part.
With 70R finally getting bodies back into the soft cap, they are starting to hold this point. However, with that front door Garrison so close to Cemetery, 101A has the power to flex bodies up into this point to continue the cap here. Looks to be that 70R has done a full reset almost, pulling everybody off of Checkpoint to help defend Cemetery.
It's starting to look like a pretty decent line if they can get that closed up there and another Garrison up there on point. They should be able to get themselves back into a defensive posture.
70R makes it to the Garrison on Checkpoint. Garrison 411A does go down.
Some black line heroics going there. One little blueberry all by themselves back there. Lieutenant Barry. Great name for a little blueberry back there. Or a red cherry if you're back there for Senpai. We got a fight of the commanders going on here. Trench versus Vervid. Mimic, though, walking right by Trench, not knowing he's there. Trench hiding in the bush. Mimic, turn around, buddy. Ah, Trench falling. Finally, victim. Mimic able to finally see where Trench is. But Mimic just kind of had his sights set on getting his supplies down as quickly as possible. As we see a 101A bombing run coming right on through here. Actually, I'm not sure. Was that 101A or was that a 7DR? Based off the location, it could have gone either way.
I'm not too sure. Spa is going to go down here. Spa got flanked by a P4. Both teams getting their first heavy out. However, 101A do have 2 P4s and a Spa on the south side of the map here, wreaking havoc.
Alright, so looking at the map situation here, we've got 70R looking pretty good when it comes to garrisons now. That dreaded garrison here in the south that really played the 22nd last week is up in that same little cornfield. They're really not able, they don't have anything up between the farmhouse in the north and the cemetery though, so looking probably for P Squad to get something up there on the boundary line as A Squad moves in to see where they can help take care of that garrison. Scratch that is an enemy garrison on farm there. So 101A put that garrison into the red zone there, so unfortunately for them, that's not going to be available for them to spawn on.
That red zone garrison actually currently is green. It's just warm. They could flex bodies up on it. However, the 76 on the south side for 70R has been called out by M Recon team here. And looks
surprisingly, pulling up the stats right now, it looks like kills are actually rather even, with Armor definitely having a heavy advantage here on the Axis side, 42 to 12 kills, with the U.S. Army 70R leading out 119 to 113 on the empty side of things. So some interesting stats already kind of coming through here in the course of this match. We'll keep an eye on those as they continue to develop.
Interesting to see this 101A opting to roll the Panther out first. After losing one of the 2 mediums in the south, are opting to bring out a recon tank. As to be expected, this south side of the map is super heavy armor focused, as you do get sightlines up to cemetery from down here. Looks to be that 70R has managed to stabilize their line here and push 101A out of their soft cap.
Sorry, I was visited by an intern here real fast. I had to help manage that. But here we go. Allied supplies landing again on that intersection in G5. So far, after a little bit of a scare, 70R doing very well to get themselves stationed back up onto this point. Front line has formed, so we are now back at a good stalemate here between the 2-3 area. Looks like there are some rats starting to get around here in the back line for 70R, with O Squad and I Squads looking to try to cause some problems in the back.
Already causing problems. They did take out that Puma that they just rolled out.
Oh, did they? Okay. 70R able to manage holding their own front line here for the time being, as nobody really able to get quite around for 101A. But slowly A Squad's finding himself into a backside position here. Here's they've deployed their first 76 onto kind of the front door intersection, that power corner area between Checkpoint and Cemetery. Now I'll hand it to 70R. They get a little bit of an extra defensive advantage here if they can maintain their presence over the north side of Cemetery, because that's going to force a lot of 101A guys to go across an open field or along a hedgerow. It's going to make it very easy for them to kind of get picked off and hit every once in a while.
Great play.
I know
by
when I play, at least, that gets me there.
Oh, for sure. 70R doing absolutely a fantastic job harassing this Panther, forcing it to get eyes off of the 76. Panther has been called out too, as 76 is looking north now. Panther in a bit of a trouble. 76 puts one into him. Will the first elim for the heavy tanks go to 70R? And it does! 70R takes out the Panther.
Good work. Always clutch when your armor crews can come in like that. Let's see, was that 76? It doesn't even appear like it was really even damaged at all. Not seeing any flames or smoke on it at the moment, so able to get out of taking the Panther from a good perspective already without having to really repair at the moment. Now I do see one rep station up behind Cemetery for the Allies. Nothing else really there for the time being. Rep stations becoming all the more important as armor crews continue to get buffed here by T-17. Give you guys a little bit more survivability as a rocket narrowly missing the 76, but a great shot nonetheless by Salt Dog Berg. Do you prefer the Axis or the Allies tank there, Senpai?
Personally, I like the Allies armor. They've just done so much tweaking to the Panther for the Axis that it's super bouncy. If you're traveling more than second gear and you need to call a full stop immediately, that gun's going down into the dirt before you can finally get it back on target. As well as the traverse speed for the Tiger's turret is just, it feels so slow. I feel like the Allies have a slight advantage when it comes to those two major factors. However, P4 on the south side of the road here does get angled on the 76.
Gonna be able to punch above his weight class here. Shaking off one. Salt Dog Burke, though, not able to take out Captain Walters.
101A with a backline garrison going up. How 5. They will have a garrison on the back side of Cemetery now. Great recon playing by 101A. It will capture both armor down, or both tanks on the south side of Cemetery, pushing checkpoint.
Plenty of resources now for another 76 to be spawned in as soon as it's needed. So if 70R can go ahead and manage their little armor advantage here for the time being before that Tiger gets back up. Got one pushing through Western Approach right now, but I don't know if that's going to be the Panther or the Tiger for the moment. I'd imagine maybe it's the Panther given how fast they got that way. Let's go and see if we can find out what it is.
It is a Tiger.
The Tiger, okay. All right. So they were able to get that spawn back in pretty quick with contested pressure coming in on Cemetery in the back. 101A starting to get some cap progress on there. But I think that's mostly because 70R has been able to push them out of the north. Surprisingly, 70R, who was kind of on the back foot up there, is now completely on the north and are slowly starting to work their way south, clearing more 101A guys out. So we're watching 70R really do well at trying to get back into pressure here on checkpoint. Much to their credit, after a slight scare there, still finding a way to get themselves back up into this point.
Both teams still fighting heavily for this wheat field on the south side here. 70-yard launching a few extra bodies, it looks to be, try to push out 101A.
Now, One Way still has that garrison up there north of the church. It could still cause a little bit of a problem if they're not careful. And 70-yard looks to try to clear that sector. It's going to be something they're going to look to try to get taken care of. As Beans is able to go ahead and eliminate the little red cherry there. Moving towards the garrison, but I don't know if he's going to stop at the church or continue his way north.
Stewart diving hard cap, trying to see what he can do here. Takes a rocket. Carp here puts another rocket into the Stewart, forcing it to twist into a hedge.
It's like both teams being pretty aggressive with the light tank play right now because we have a Lux doing the same thing in the cemetery area. That's the only cap pressure 101A has at the moment.
Both light tanks do go down here.
With the garrison save, Norwegian thought he had it in his sights, went straight towards the garrison, but a spawn wave unfortunately cuts him down before he could get there in the back lines. So, fortunate for 70R to be able to hold that garrison up in the wheat field.
70R did lose a 7-6 on the south, bringing out another one coming up behind Cemetery.
Okay, I see that. So the medium now looks like they've brought that back up. So we got a medium and a heavy for both sides. Wonder if the other tank crews have kind of been dissolved. No, it looks like we've got another medium that's going to be coming out of the middle HQ here as well. Great rocket from Major Edge going clear across pretty much 200 meters of field to land itself right in the side of that 76. Or that medium, sorry, medium Sherman.
Corporal Teabag trying to get a very long rocket snipe on a Gary.
Right now, Blaze able to pop right through a hole, and it looks to be pretty uncontested going on into the cemetery hardcap here as Stylish and Walters turn their attention north. Try to figure out why their OP might be going warm there. Blaze hiding himself in the hedge here. Going for the OP, gets a grenade out, but pops out right in front of Stylish, unfortunately. Stylish able to get the kill, but the grenade going off, taking out the OP as well. Overall, with only a couple people in the north, it seems like 7DR are doing pretty well still at pushing their way into the point. That push has kind of evaporated out a little bit with the majority of their forces going to the south, but to me it kind of looks like they're slowly kind of getting settled with forcing 101A into those soft cap sectors. What are your thoughts going on right now?
I feel like 70R is playing a very good game here, was able to claw back that what looked to be a disastrous opening, but with the 101A capping and immediately starting to cap on Cemetery. But 70R has managed to stabilize their lines, push out 101A, and pretty much push them almost back to the main road. 76 has popped out and did take out the medium, gets 2 shots into the Tiger now. Both tanks on the south here are in trouble. Oh no! 76 goes down to a backline sapper. He gets satcheled.
Oh no!
By T2 Lineman. Great play by Lineman here. Tiger focusing to 76, drawing his attention, and allows Lineman to get a satchel on it.
That is unfortunate because they were already making a good play to take out the armor advantage. So big play from the 101A sapper to go ahead and get that satchel on there. That's impressive. are about to the point where they could spawn in another heavy from a fuel perspective, but it's definitely been less than 10 minutes since that previous one was spawned. with that
101.
cooldown, it makes it really difficult to try to keep those in there. So will we see them rolling out at 75? We have yet to see.
101A
Make
does
appearance.
spawn their
Never know.
second heavy. Panther now coming out of middle. So now 70R will have to try to contest with 2 heavies on the board. However, though, 70R making great progress into this wheat field. Crawling tooth and nail, trying to get to this Gary. They know it's here as they've seen them shoot rockets at it before.
Here's, I've had a small issue on my stream here. It's actually streaming to a different little place here. So let me go ahead. I'm going to make this public here. Change the video link here.
Both teams crawling through this wheat field here, just crawling by one another. War Daddy and Alibaba do not see Stimpy and Luca crawling up to the garrison. Alibaba notices garrison goes lock. It does push north. Is going to walk right into Stimpy. Alibaba goes down. Luca bops the Gary. Garrison down in the wheat field. Oh no. Massive play from 101A here. Puma gets into the backlines and pops the medium before going down to Rockets. 70R's armor has been wiped off the board. Now hold on, actually. 70R opting to swing a medium into the 101A backlines. Medium all the way up in dog 4, pushing south. Luca and Stimpy still crawling through this wheat field, making great progress, almost getting up to the main road. Looks to be that Stimpy might be anchoring in the wheat field, possibly get an OP up, help deal with this Tiger. Stimpy, though, he does go down to an MG. Great play by Mr. Rub and Tug here. .70R opting to bring out a second medium versus waiting for a heavy. With 2 mediums on the board, they will have to try to contest with 2 heavies and a medium that is just coming out of bottom HQ. Could have a tank engagement in the backlines here as the P4 might catch the Sherman crossing. .118 opting to throw extra bodies down here into the south, are pushing 70R back slowly. .118 with the garrison in the back line as well. House 7. It is hot as they do know there's infantry back there patrolling. But they will have a garrison set up for Maison du Ferme once they cap Cemetery, assuming it can stay up the whole time. Medium P4 is passing by a garrison as we speak. Both mediums separating them right now, as all that separates is two hedges. P4 looks to see why that Gary was hot. Doesn't see anything. Second medium. Didn't see him. TC instead is opting to go for the spa. Blue strike goes out. Blue strike is short for 70R. Panther has pushed up and is using the Sherman carcass as cover. Spa is now taking fire from the rear. Non-pins off the engine. Medium does get pinged out. Let's see if any of these tanks do circle back for it. Sherman takes out the SPA. Huge blow for 101A here. If this medium can continue the... P4 has decided to flip back for this medium. P4 gets the first shot. Sherman non-pins the barrel. Sherman in a little bit of a trouble here. P4 will get the elimination. 70-yard does bring out a 76 out of the south here. Has managed to clean up the wheat field as well. And has pushed 70R back into their sector.
Thanks, Senpai, for holding on here for a moment. Just we'll let you keep chatting here for a moment as I work to get this taken care of on my end.
No worries, no worries. I also had a little bit of stream trouble before stream. I was trying to dual stream into both Twitch and YouTube, and for some reason the delay worked on Twitch but not YouTube, so I had to end the stream on one of them. Sherman, or I'm sorry, P4 diving in the south here. Does take a rocket. The 76 does have to be careful now, as there's two heavies on this main road. Let's see if Colsey, Dingling, and Muggums can produce something here. Try to take out one of these two heavies. Both Tiger and Panther in great positions here. If that 76 does peek, he will get caught out. Airhead does go down for 7DR, however, 101A is all over it already, getting a satchel on it. Airhead down immediately. And 7DR has been wiped out of the backlines. Several OPs though up north of Checkpoint. They're ratting in the city. 101A opting to send a few more bodies up north, try to finish clearing them out. Soft Hog fighting Rugger and Boy Burnt. Opting to go with the Satchel class for AT. My personal preference, there are so many classes that come with satchels now that if you're playing AT, I highly recommend running the rocket, as you can take out targets from a distance. Panther takes one from the side here. Takes a second, getting tracked by the medium. P4 goes down on the front door as well. Can the 76 finish this off? Sherman goes down to the Panther. Panther is hurt. Will they back up and get tucked? Oh no, 76 is pulled up right onto a whole squad. This is Spears and Lyman back here causing havoc for the 76. 76 takes one from the Tiger and has been satcheled. 76 goes down. Satchel will go off prematurely. .101A just dominating right now with these two heavies on the south. Long rocket snipe does go out. Have a little AT gun battle going down the road here on the south side of the map. Can this AT gun pop this Tiger? Rocket snipe out. just over the AT gun. A with 3 rep stations up along the main road here. One of them does get replaced.
All right. Well, I'm back online now, so I apologize for the small little technical difficulties. I had put together a test stream to test out some stuff and had forgotten to switch the stream key, so that is on me. And so now I am on my official stream key here. My apologies to everybody watching my stream, but I have forwarded you over to Senpai's until this one's able to go ahead and get itself back on here in 30 minutes. So we welcome you guys now at least to this one if you're on it. You're 30 minutes in the future. But thanks, Senpai. Though, just curious, what kind of things happened? It sounded like we had an airhead and other things happened during the time that I was away.
70-yard did attempt.
5 minutes.
70-yard did attempt an airhead in the group of buildings, bottom right corner of Easy 6. Was taken down pretty quickly by a satchel. 70-yard managed to also pull up a 76, but he drove right by Abel's outpost and got satcheled again, possibly by Lyman with 2 backline satchels on 76s. What else happened? 70-yard looks to be swinging from the north side here, not allocating as many forces as they were at the beginning. On the south, seems to be they're taking some ground. 101A, though, is holding strong. With how things are going, I'm predicting 101A might just be playing for a 3-2.
Yeah, have they stopped kind of pushing? Is that what you're kind of seeing now that they've lost that first little...
Yeah, the 101A has 2 garrisons up in the back lines, one north of Cemetery and one pretty much on the front door of 5th Point. However, it's almost as if they're only used by the sapper squads, and most of them are still just holding the front line. Corporal Steve crawling all the way up here through the wheat field. Does he have rockets? He has rockets here.
Sounds like a 101A bombing run coming in from the north as well over the area of Checkpoint, just to the north. Corresponding recon plane as well coming in from the Allies.
That may have been a 70R bombing run. It went right over the medium, and the medium was injured. I don't know if it was 2 shots or he just got 1 shot and finished by the Sherman coming out of middle.
Okay, all right, well there you go, 70R potentially with that bombing run.
Oh.
Looks like they've lost the cemetery garrison with A squad kind of snooping around there in the south side as well.
Big Daddy winning his gunfights, trying to get behind this Sherman here with the rocket. Does he have rockets? He had a satchel, but the Sherman does splash the tree. Get Big Daddy.
Takes care of him, sends him into multiple pieces there. That's going to be difficult to go ahead and clean up.
Great awareness here by Freeman here, keeping his head on the swivel. $70R with a backline garrison pretty much on the front door of Western Approach, starting to get bodies off of it. Very difficult push for either team with these offset points. I feel like there's a lot of ground to cover, especially going from Checkpoint to Cemetery. It's a lot of open fields. However, both heavies for 101A are still anchoring down here on the south with multiple rep stations up. We even have an AT gun now up here on the south main road. 70R bringing out a second Sherman, so we'll have 2 Shermans and a Greyhound now on the board.
Popping out, trying to get some repairs going on this medium Sherman. Freeman unfortunately falling victim though to something there. Not quite sure what it was, but lots of body parts all around him. No doubt trying to find what pieces belong to who.
May have been a proxy satchel.
Very well could have been. It looks like 70R's been able to get up a garrison and an OP here in the back side with Lance Corporal Ethan holding down the fort back here.
101A's front line here on the south has managed to push across the open field and started gaining ground into the red sector here. Garrison south of Cemetery does go down. AT gun gets sniped. Tiger 131 just having a field day here as he's mounted up on a fence, just covering a wide open field with his MG42. Oh, Greyhound gets stuck in the river behind the front line here on the south here. Does take a rocket. Lieutenant Banana still trying to get himself out of there. Or Banana Man.
Man. Sometimes we just have to have a little bit of fun here with the names.
Oh, dude. Especially
There was one in a match last night that I couldn't pronounce. It saved my life. The guy even posted a comment on it. He's like, "You were so close in some cases." I'm like, "Yeah, it wasn't gonna happen. I apologize."
It doesn't help that I'm also partially dyslexic, so you know, even reading names is still difficult when they're spelled correctly.
It just flips. The numbers and letters just flip around all the time. Copy that.
101A managed to pretty much wipe out everybody here in the south, leaving Queen by themselves. Dropping supplies right next to Queen's OP and the garrison down here to the south. Steve goes down.
Slowly starting to circle on in here with the garrison on the backside of Western Approach. Lighting up, locked out as East Squad and Commander here to be moving up here. Might be taking away whatever little push 70R had kind of going for them up in that area. Now, 70R, though, still working to wedge in their way here, not allowing 101A to move up towards that northern portion of Cemetery in those houses. So, good box out going on, frankly, on their side. Frankly, if they could devote a few extra people maybe to this sector, they really could start gaining a lot of ground, freeing up a lot of the issue that could be going on to Cemetery.
101A getting a full squad in the back line here. Major Crump looking to try to contest these guys as he's trying to protect his garrison. Norwegian crossing the field. Spears McNeese. Norwegian with the kill here. Does see the garrison.
He's moving up on that garrison, though. Yeah, he's moving right there. Will Mimic be able to save it, though? Come on, Mimic, we're rooting for you.
Oh, too bad. Garrison goes down, and with the elimination, Norwegian does pop Mimic.
It's all in the wound, man. Nothing worse than seeing your garrison that you want to save go up in smoke and then just immediately get peppered after that. Too bad. That'll open up quite a good avenue of approach, though, for 101A if they're able to get bodies there.
70R stacking tanks.
I can already see a little bit of cap progress coming out on Cemetery, at least the contested side of things. Now, yeah, definitely the 101A armor not wanting to move. They've kind of hunkered themselves down on that southern hedge, haven't they?
Oh, for sure. From that southern hedge where they're both sitting at, they have pretty far sight lines. Definitely opting to play more of a sit back and just find the long angles to sit back and try to elim tanks from. 101A clearing out almost all of 70R here in the south does pop the garrison back here in How 8.
I mean, to 101A's credit back here, they've got 1, 2, 3 rep stations all along this hedgerow. So I could definitely see why the Tiger tanks don't want to move away from there. The Tiger and the Panther here. Looks like we've got the 76 going up against a P4 in the north, just above Cemetery. I thought for sure that 76 would have taken out that P4 right there.
Oh, here comes Lineman again. Lineman again with trying to get a satchel on the 76.
Will he go 2 for 2? It looks like he does.
No, he placed it on the ground. 76 driving away.
That is unfortunate. Yeah, there it is. That tank's going to need to move, or it could be in danger of still blowing up to the proxy, right? I'd imagine.
Yeah, he got out. They parked next to the satchel.
They're parked next to it. It's either going to heavily damage it or blow it up.
Muggins catches it late. Won't be able to defuse it in time. 76 severely damaged. Oh, Muggins died.
He is still going on my side, man. Victory pose and all. He must have glitched out. What a time to do it.
Right as Muggins died, the driver for the 76 hopped out.
Yeah, Muggins still...
Oh no, Dingley hops out to rep. Spears kills him. This is an empty 76. 3.
Oh, they are going to hate watching this later.
Here comes Lyman back to finish the job.
Oh, that is unfortunate, man, for that 76 crew.
76 does go
watching that
satchel.
one in film. Oh, how unfortunate. 108A appears on the infantry front line side to be making good ground and are slowly moving back up that hedgerow into the north side of St. Merle-Eglise, up towards the church. Good frontline farming again. It got a little bamboozled, swamp us there for a moment, but as it stands, it appears 101A is starting to settle back in here.
Now hold on. 70R has swung a Jeep all the way around into the back lines. Oh, this is a sapper Jeep.
That could make it interesting. See if they can take those out. Could be the play they need, though, to handle off getting those tanks kind of out of the way. All 3 in the Panther still. What about the Tiger? All 3 in the Tiger.
This Jeep,
1 in the Spa.
Jeep was flared. Mike coming off the garrison to the north gets a flare right over the Jeep. Great heads-up play by Norwegian. Didn't capture the infantry, just caught the Jeep.
Now, Redden's going to be just a little too far away to put a garrison or an OP up. Going to need to get just farther over the DE line. Which is going to really open him up here as Panda appears to be lining up from across the field. So all of that could end up being in vain now as Redden has been taken out. Didn't park the Jeep far enough down the line. That's unfortunate as well.
Bean's getting shot at now. Squad lead to the east of him does see him. It's Panda. Bean's pushing back to the Jeep. Norwegian waiting for him. Barry waiting for Norwegian. Goes down, gets the trade. Arrow Raiden getting a rocket up on that Jeep. Instead takes out Beans.
That is too bad. Looks like they even forced the Panther to kind of swoop around to try to figure out what was going on back there. It was so close to being a clutch little play there. Unfortunately, just a few things not going their way. Infantry push, though, kind of coming right back in, though, as 70R looks to be clearing out that front door. Pushing out of cemetery. Now, I am curious, now that we have been in the match for just a little bit, let's take a look and see how we're doing on the stats. So, German, the Axis forces, the Axis infantry, it looks like they're now leading with 638 kills compared to 570 of the Allies. The armor is still advantage to the Axis at 110. But artillery for the U.S. Army definitely cooking off here for 7DR, doing well at 33 kills compared to the 18 of the Germans.
Now hold on. 7DR is opting to do a bombing run airhead combo right on the hard cap of Checkpoint. Bombing run will take out the garrison here as well.
Will they be able to get enough bodies in? That's the question.
Garrison down. Airhead is live.
You need a massive spawn wave off of these ones here first.
So many bodies. So many bodies for 101A are swarming this garrison. Boy Burnt, Panda, as well as Coyote Man, Take Your Animal, all of them collapsing back. Gets the airhead. Panda with the heads up play here. Or I'm sorry, Arrow Raiden.
Unfortunately, no spawn able to come in off the airhead, but it did sure suck down a lot of people. Hopefully, they'll be able to get some progress here towards the point. All right, I'm going to go ahead and leave my viewpoint here over kind of this contested area west of Cemetery as I work to go try to handle a workplace issue between the interns. But I will be right back.
Commander Trish here, hiding inside of a building on the east side of Church, north of Cemetery, does get a ping on their medium, has called it out to his team. .70R has managed to cut their way through the north side of Checkpoint, taking out the garrison. Option and Item squads both getting OPs up in the backline. Option as a recon, Item as a full infantry squad are going to try to push down south here. 118 needs to work together to get a garrison back up on the Checkpoint. We do have a support player, Tiger 131. Running back, possibly trying to get his... Yep, he's got supplies in hands, ready to throw it down. Coyote Man probably calling out to him in blue chats. Gus Bus with an interesting spot on the building here. These MG spots I always find fascinating. Used a Belgian to get on top of the building. Greyhound now in the backlines here. 70R getting a Greyhound in the backlines of 101A. Gherkin. Greyhound takes out Gherkin. Is going to roll up on a garrison. Won't see it, though. Sergeant Bevo here, anchoring the Garys. Do have a proxy satchel going off. Shots out. P4 does take a round. Looks to be that 101A did secure the elimination on the Sherman again.
Oh, but Bean's now looking to get himself up here on the garrison. The 101A has behind this little 3-story.
Bean strike does go out here on the Tiger. Tiger backing up though.
Like his spidey senses are tingling. Oh, landing right in front of him. Injures him, but not eliminated yet. So the Spidey sense is coming in clutch here for the Tiger crew.
Looks like the Panther finally getting adventurous here as he is diving the back lines of Cemetery.
Might as well. I imagine you got plenty of fuel on the Axis side right now. Haven't had to spawn any heavy tanks in for quite some time.
70R getting a Lux, pretty much. Oh, I'm sorry, getting a Stewart onto the hard cap here. Does get caught up a little bit. Rod launcher does get a shot into the Stewart. Can he finish the elimination? No, Stewart clears him out. Stewart saves himself. Will the Stewart catch this Garrison? Driver getting bugged out there for a second.
The funny thing is nobody back there has any rockets. No AT on the field right there. Tiger moving on up.
Ooh.
Where was that Tiger that got that? He's had to have been either that or Gonzo from way behind, but Gonzo was obscured.
That was the Tiger south on the main road that got him.
Oh, was it? Okay, there you go.
Caught him just coming through the hedges there.
But, I mean, look at how much ground 7DR's made, especially out of the north. If they can get some reinforcements there, that is going to be huge for them because they've lost the south. If they can hold the southern side of Cemetery against this little onset of the Panther, they could get themselves in a very favorable position moving in here.
76, that Panther has to be called out. The 76 is already looking north at that direction. We'll catch the Panther crossing. Oh, we'll not catch the Panther crossing here. Just one head separates as the Panther gets over the berm. 100% though, this Panther has been called out. Major Crump laying down, tucking and hiding.
I wonder if the Panthers run out of ammo. That very well could be the issue.
It's always a possibility, but with the tank update allowing the technician class now, they could have just built several ammo resupplies, getting their ammo back.
Yeah, true. I mean, maybe it just has a lot of HE. And, I mean, they haven't had to fire a whole lot, yes, against tanks. So that could, I mean, lots of things that could be going on there to try to push them into the point here. 76 and Sherman Medium both pushing this Panther. Rocket into the back of the Panther by teabag. Panther will flip. Cemetery Garrison has been removed. 70R no longer having that on the point as well to spawn on as Medium Sherman pulls right up with the 76, looking to try to take out this Panther. Happy to report here at Falcon Studios, the intern disagreement was able to be satisfied. However, one of them does end up having an appointment with HR on Monday morning at 9 o'clock. Be interesting to see how that kind of shapes up. Both tanks put shots too low. 76 getting a free shot on this Panther. Panther already hurt. Panther goes down. Panther gets double tapped. Will Priz be able to get up and get this satchel on? It does look like he has it on there, sparking on the right hip there of the Medium. Medium does not look like they are aware that they have it satcheled, so getting right in there. Betty Boom was able to take out Priz, though. Hopefully Command Chat going crazy trying to let that tank know that he is satcheled. It does not look like they are stopping for anything at the moment. Looks like 70R has managed to stabilize here on the south, push one away completely out of the south. Man, a tale of two different points here by all means. Keeps flipping progress both ways. Good to see 70R really coming back into the fight from that initial little hiccup that they had. Glad they're making a match out of this. 76 pushing front door Cemetery. P4 also on the front door, has been shot once, looks like to be by Northwell. 76 will cross right in front of the P4, does clear it out. Big play by the 76 here, taking out two tanks, leaving a
Puma and the Tiger's still sitting on the road south of Checkpoint. 76 though needs to be careful as the Tiger will have sight lines on him. However, this Puma on the backside of point tries to fit in here, trying to get an angle on the 76. Barry getting a rocket on him. Forces the Puma into the hedge. Puma gets stuck on the Puma gets stuck on the medium body here. Barry trying to get a second rocket in. Does get the Puma.
Good shot there, Barry. Well done.
70R having one heck of a game right now. Everything 101A has been trying to throw at him, 70R has just been squashing and pushing out.
Man, we're going to start calling 70R the Kings of the Cemetery here, I think. With 2 weeks in a row fighting over this point, I can only imagine that their team is very much ready to move on to whatever next map might be coming next. They'd probably take Remagen over Cemetery after this. Maybe one of these comments, I'll get Senpai to actually laugh at something. He is locked in, ladies and gentlemen.
76 in an engagement with the Tiger on the South Road. Tiger getting one shot into him. 76 forced to tuck.
FDR bombing run going up over the point. Looks like missing the garrison this time as 101A wisely put that a little bit farther back.
A with a transport truck up north does get an OP back in. Rick Pin on the 76.
Carp coming up from the back though. Is he going to get it on there? Satchel play coming in large again here for the 101A Axis side here. Now, there are 3 men in that tank, but it does not look like the spotter was aware that that Satchel got put on there. Nobody seems to be jumping out with any type of urgency. Oh, that is unfortunate.
Cozy hops out.
Getting out, taken out by his own driver. Oh, insult to injury there, unfortunately. But to his credit, he might not have had that time there to get that satchel off. No, that is... It was already written in the stars. Just got there a little faster than the rest of his crew.
70R has managed to push 101A back to the main road on the south here. We got Hadley and Stimpy crawling through the wheat field again. MJD dropping an OP right next to Stimpy. Stimpy's gonna hear it. Does he see him? Great trigger discipline there, as Stimpy knows the moment he takes out MJD, he's going to have a plethora of 101A guys just swarm him. Oh no! I guess the 76 won the engagement for getting satcheled. The Tiger did die on the south.
Oh boy. Wow. All right. Big play here. So they were willing to go ahead and sacrifice the body to make sure their guys in the south could get across. Now that is teamwork there, ladies and gentlemen. I must say. Doing what needs to be done.
Panther is going to roll back up here on the south here. 101A getting tanks back up very quickly, both a Panther and a P4 to retake their positions here on the south. Looks to be that Logan in the spot here has decided to push up to the main road as well. Majority of 101A's force stacked up on the road here to the south. Looks to be trying to clear out 70R to the north, trying to stabilize their line. Option with the only 70R OP in the back lines right now.
I mean, so far, 70R doing very well. Again, taking control of the northern side. For those of you on my stream, kind of showing a little bit of a good angle of where that line's able to get played all the way from the road pushing into western approach. So 70R definitely setting themselves up well here, moving in the last 23 minutes of the match. Now, for all of you guys watching, we do appreciate you joining. It goes a long way. Any likes, any subscribes, supports that you can give to us, we're all very much appreciative of it. You know, as we work to try to bring these to you, it helps us fight the evil overlords of the various platforms that we are on to try to get more and more people's eyeballs on this. So give us a like, give us a share, subscribe. Help us pass along this wonderful Hell Let Loose competitive atmosphere that we all enjoy.
70R here, now rolling back out. Another medium and a 76. Holy moly! Medium gets double tapped. Medium down immediately.
Was that an Axis P4 or an Allied Sherman?
Allied Sherman gets double tapped immediately by both the P4 and the Panther sitting all the way back on the main road.
Well, that would do it. They're not going to like opening up that insurance bill, that's for sure.
76 didn't see where those shots came from, is looking north. .76 now taking around, has to move. Does see Prada. Prada goes down. The 76 takes another, but it was tracks. He will get tucked and saved. Does he see the OP right in front of him? Oh, he did not. McKnight's able to get off the OP.
Those of you guys watching my stream, we're up here kind of watching some of these excellent little infantry battles up all in the little buildings here just west of Cemetery as King Kaz takes out the Axis attacker.
Prada getting Shaka as he's trying to rep the 76. 76 still trying to find where these people are spawning in from. Does he see Spears? Doc sees Spears. Spears goes down, and the OP will be wiped.
70R fully eliminating all of these 101A presence here in the middle of SME. So really bisecting and trying to put a lot of bodies into the north. It appears that a lot of people for 101A are currently in the redeploy screen, as I only see a handful of cherries that are currently on the field, with more and more spawning in on various points. 101A looking to do a little bit of a reset, it looks like, here as they force bodies to come off of the garrison in the north. We got Soft Hog up here trying to just go against a never-ending stream of blueberries that just spawned off, or sorry, blueberry cherries that spawned off of that garrison. He knows something's out there. Can he sniff it out?
Interesting call here by the tank crewman here that got eliminated. Instead of spawning on one of the closer garrisons, opted to spawn from HQ and is running back. 76 needs to be careful here as Prada's running back up with another satchel. Driver sees him. Driver gets him with the coax. Good driving by Banana Man. However, with McNice able to get off his OP and get away from the 76, so there is able to re-anchor his OP back, still here in the back lines. Looks like 101A has managed to push 70R out of the south back into their own sector. What a match. This is a back and forth match for sure between these two teams. Once team starts gaining grounds, the other manages to anchor and push them out.
70R, though, a little bit of cap pressure, but I think that's simply because they've pushed most of their bodies on towards the point. Only a few bodies for 101A getting themselves into the soft cap here. Easily being handled here for the time being, as 70R really starting to plow their way through those streets south of the church. Really
101A.
kind of boxing 101A in there. That's awesome to see that they're able to get so much ground here.
101A with a Sherman, I'm sorry, 70R here with the Sherman on the crossroads. P4 is going to dive towards him. Does the Sherman hear him? Rocket comes out from T-Bag, hits the P4. Second
Big hit
Sherman.
there. Let that be an example to all you little AT players at home. Just throw the rockets on points. You never know when you're going to help your tankers out.
Single rocket into a heavy too damages it enough that only your heavy has to shoot it once to take it out if it gets a hole pin.
There you go.
Ooh, Sherman
All
did
you guys
get
think the
popped.
satchel classes are the winner there. I dare raise you a good man with a rocket. A lot more effective.
There are already, like I think I said it earlier while you were fixing your stream, there are already so many classes that comes with satchels that, in my opinion and personal preference, it is better just to run the rocket regardless, just so you can go for a longer range option to engage heavies or tanks or garrisons or spawns, whatever you want, whatever you feel like engaging. On top of that too, you could also just use it over your rifle instead. Panther does get one into the 76 here on the south. 76 backing up. Panther ricks off the front. 76 getting a shot into the Panther. Panther tracking him.
Let the interns drive here for just a moment. See how they do on the sticks. It's Big Daddy and Tiger slowly trying to find their way up through that hedge up into hardcap. Soft Hog, Mangum, and Woody pushing their attack in still from the north. Lots of blueberries starting to come in right there, and so 101A is going to be forced to have to come on back. Here's the Grandma's house, the little 3-story north of Checkpoint, under Allied control.
Sherman gets a side shot on the Tiger.
Garrison northeast of Checkpoint just went down as
Tiger.
the Allies pushed their way up.
Tiger takes a second round. Tiger forced to back up, forcing this Panther to make a move. 70-yard gain
Blaze
is
taking out
massive.
Mangum here. Yeah, this northern push really causing a lot of problems here for 101A. Looks like 101A has gotten another garrison up behind that little incursion here from 7DR, so they might be able to snip it out here. Keep an eye, that would be a key garrison for 101A to get themselves back up on top of if that does end up going up. Echo 5, Echo 6, where that garrison currently is stationed here.
76 on the south here in a bit of a trouble, losing 2 of his members, leaving a solo in it by himself.
I think
18.
it's safe to say.
Oh, my bad.
Back him up out of there. And that is not a fight you want to be alone for. You guys get back.
McNice able to keep his OP up in the backlines for quite some time now, allowing his AT players, assault players, engineers to wreak havoc on this 70R armor group. .70R actually making quite some ground here as they're starting to make it inside of the hard cap from the north.
This right now would be a great time to go ahead and see a bomb and run airhead combination if you have it. You got 13 minutes left. I don't know if you're going to get another push after this, 70R. Here's your chance.
101A bombing runs going out.
That has to be an Axis one. Either that or a misclick. Because I would not expect 70R to send one there at the moment. Garrison going to stay alive, though, south of Cemetery. Yeah, that garrison for 101A and E6 coming in clutch as they look to move themselves into that point, bisecting that line here for 7DR.
Banana Man, Shaka, bro, both making it back to the 76. Ginger here starting the reps with his repair tool as an engineer. This is what I always love seeing is, see a tank, save a tank. You see a tank injured and you're playing engineer, pull out your rep tool, help him out.
To the final 12 minutes of this matchup, looking at the Allies with infantry kill total of 856 compared to the German 974. Armor advantage still very much in favor of the Germans, but it does appear that it is slowly starting to get closer and closer to that 50% mark.
70R with another P strike and another miss. These 101A crews are on top of it when they hear the plane go over.
Precision looks like, did it miss on the South Panther? South Tiger?
It missed on the Panther as it was being dropped. Panther backed up far enough so when it hit the ground, they pulled back out. 76 though, getting an angle on this Panther.
Gets the second, but it went tracks.
Panther able to get out of there. 76 starting.
Oh, he's opened his window up though. He is still open if the 76 can get window out. Yes,
Panther goes down. One of these two heavies anchoring on the south does go down to the 76, leaving the Tiger all alone.
70R having some issues on Cemetery, but that's just simply due to the number of people that are back there for him. Everybody seems to be on the attack, and so there we have the contested cap pressure coming back here.
101A throwing down an airhead in Cemetery. They see the cap progress and decided to try to make an all-in play here for it. Looks like 70R was wiped out of the north on checkpoint. Tiger takes one. 76.
76 gonna get him?
Barely misses. Tiger stuck on the hedge.
Get him, 76! Come on, 70R armor! Oh, he's missing.
Tiger trying to find out where the 76 is, moving back and forth. Just over. It's
still going over. Oh, unfortunately, it looks like he will get away for a moment.
Backs into a repair station. $70R calling back a lot of forces to deal with this airhead. Airhead still live in the cemetery.
That smoke might be saving the 76 for the time being, but that 76 at a huge disadvantage without a repair station. Missing those shots really, I think, are going to do it in for it here.
70R able to respond to that airhead pretty quickly, taking it down, not allowing any bodies off of it.
Oh, we're getting a shot from a medium Sherman up by Cemetery, hitting the Tiger in the back.
Can he finish it? He does!
Yes,
both
he
heavies!
can! Talk about some coordination here from the 70R armor. Good to see some bright spots for him. I was worried that they might be a little disgruntled after some of those little opportunities they had earlier in the match, but they're coming up clutch at a big time here.
Now is 70R's opportunity with wiping both heavies off the south. This is a huge play right here, allowing their infantry guys to try to make it across this wheat field here.
Get repped up and get out there fast. Use that advantage while you can.
Medium on Cemetery was caught on the recon plane. 101A bringing out another heavy, opting to come out of middle versus bottom. Bringing a Tiger out of middle. $70R bringing up a second 76 now. Looks like we're going to stack 76s here on the south.
Get those tanks up and going, man. That Tiger's coming in hot over in Prairie.
Medium Sherman diving the hard cap. P4 sitting up here as well. Arrow rating, non-pinning the side of the medium. Gets taken out. Great heads-up play by Malarkey. Sherman still diving. P4 knows he's coming. P4 inching forward slowly. Rushes the shot.
Available for the Allies.
Salt Dog Burt. Oh, sorry. Salt Dog Burt does go to take out the Sherman here. Great heads-up play. And this is where you want to see it. Both 76s are now making their push down the south here.
Complete ownership of the South coming on in. Can't give up Cemetery too much. That is one juicy recon plane sent over the top here by 7DR. Airhead coming down in. Will they lay the bombing run the right direction? That is what we have to see. Cap progress coming in on Cemetery. P-Squad going to come in clutch to try to hold in the southern side there. But this is a great push by 7DR. If they can just hold out on defense for just a little bit longer. Bombing run has been placed, unfortunately going north-south, not east-west. Had it gone east-west, this would have been very, very interesting, but there's going to be a lot of little red cherries there to receive that airhead as it comes right on into point. Steve's gonna fall victim. I think that one got more friendlies, unfortunately, than enemies on that bombing run there.
Bevo on the airhead.
Yeah, Bevo gonna take that out with ease. It looks like is he letting it? Okay, there you go. Grenade out. Now it is up to the 76s to really push in and help them out with the rest of the push. They got something, 4 minutes to get something going. But this point, this capture up on Cemetery really causing a problem here for the Allies because they are still ticking away here at 75% of the way cap. They need bodies to spawn back badly, and they do get that. But they're going to be far enough out. They need a whole nother spawn wave to help balance this sucker out.
101A has taken out all the garrisons around Cemetery. Massive spawn wave coming off the North Gary here.
Reinforce not going to do him any favors, though, right now, as nobody is in the hard cap.
Massive spawn wave. We have...
Starting to defend, though. Oh, but unfortunately, everything eaten up by 101A on checkpoint. Even lost one of the 76s, unfortunately.
Second 76 has been marked out, trying to get out of there. Banana Man backing up. Tiger pushing in. He's going back.
It's not on the Tiger, though. 76 looking the complete opposite way, unfortunately. And that, my friends, is probably going to be all that she wrote there. Man, had that bombing run gone west-east or east-west instead of south-north, we could have a different story right now. It's interesting just how many little plays can come in and affect the matchup like this. But much to 7DR's credit, after what we saw for the first 10 minutes, this one's going to end at a 3-2. So hats off 7DR. After a very brief episode of us thinking maybe they were going to go down 4-1, have got themselves back in and maintain that 3-2. I dare say this has been quite the exciting matchup here, Senpai. What do you think?
Oh, I've had a blast. This has been a very entertaining matchup. Like you said, we were predicting them to go down 4-1 very quickly. 7DR managing to claw their way back and hold the point. And like I said earlier too, like every time you see a team start gaining ground, The other team stabilizes, holds, and pushes them out. 70R had a massive push down here to the south of checkpoint, and 101A was able to stave it off and push them out, as well as the massive push that they pushed on Cemetery. 70R was able to get enough bodies to call back and help the defense, stopping the cap completely, with it being 75-80% complete already. Three minutes left, and as you said, 7-yard looks like to be completely wiped out of the blue, minus a couple OPs, couple bodies, and looks like this game will end to a 3-2.
He forces down both sides, not wanting to give up another inch of ground.
Sherman puts one into this P4 here. Can the P4 clean it up? Sherman takes one as well. Does take out this P4. P-strike lands right on a Garrison. 101A P-strikes the Garrison down here to the south. Something I have noticed throughout this entire game is every P-strike that's been used by the Allies was immediately after a recon plane. 101A Armor has been an armor group around for quite some time and understand that when a recon plane comes out, there's usually a P-strike to follow right afterwards. So that's been a good tell for them to get their tanks moving every time they hear a plane. So a little tip and trick to help that out, to have more accurate P-strikes, is try to get a squad lead to get an accurate ping, or have your TC get an accurate ping on it without the recon plane, and it allows you to get a more, like I said, a more accurate strike on it, as well as whoever's getting P-strike has a very last-minute attempt to try to get away from it.
Yeah, for sure. That little hum of the engines is enough for them to get away before they start hearing that Stuka come on in.
Medium annoying the Tiger down here, front pinning the Tiger. We're not trying. And both Tiger and Panther double tap the medium on Cemetery. And that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. 50 seconds left in the match. 101A will hold on to this victory 3-2.
Well, aside from the technical difficulties, I appreciate having Senpai here. Overall, a pretty good stream. Very much a lot of fun to have somebody else to kind of banter with and throw some things at. I promise I'll get you to laugh more in the next one. It's gonna break you out of character a little bit.
I do apologize. I was a little more focused on some of these armor engagements.
And that's why we love having you here. All right, and with that, 101A gonna improve to 1-1 here in round 2. 70R gonna go to 0-2, but that is a very strong 0-2, something to still hold your hand on. Be very proud of their 70R. So good showing here. Both teams giving us a good match. Be sure to tune in for some other Group A action this evening here between the 22nd and Ascendant, as we look to take on the Tyrants that are the Oceanic group of Ascendant. And we'll be fighting over Checkpoint as well. So wish all of you guys very much a good rest of your day. Thank you very much for joining again. Any likes, any subscribes, very much appreciated in going and helping us out. Now, we do have an intern with us that might be willing to say something to close us out. Is there anything you want to say to the people at home? No, not even a like or a thank you. Can you say thank you?
Thank you.
All right, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen, from the Falcon Studios broadcast booth. We appreciate you joining us. We'll see you guys next time on the battlefield. Good job.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. As you heard there, that's the end of this round
Thanks, Senpai.
2.
We'll see ya.
that's the end of this round 2 of this matchup of Group A between 70R, 101A, 101A holding the lead 3-2. Thank you all for tuning in. Like he said, hit us with a follow, a like, subscribe. So that way next time you know we go live, we go live. Thank you all for tuning in and have a good afternoon.
Summit Encore. Summit Encore. Neon shadows on the mountainside, heartbeat racing with the midnight lights. Every step through the fire and snow, we were built for the climb. Now we know. Cold wind calling out our names through the dark, through the rain. Hands up high, we touch the sky, no fear left inside. And when the silence breaks, we rise with the sound. Echoes in the clouds, never coming down.